do it right. She rock them braids for that protective style, and I like her like natural. Yeah. Now let me see that natural hair do. Ooh. Show me what that natural hair do. Now let me see that natural hair do. Ooh. Show me what that natural hair do. Ooh.
The history of black hair, our hairstory. The history behind all elaborate designs and hairstyles originated in different ethnic groups in Africa. The first known example of dreadlocks date back to ancient Egypt, where dreadlocks appeared on many artifacts. Ancient Egyptians with dreadlocks have also been recovered from archaeological sites. Socially, hair grooming played a significant part in status and identity in African tribes. It was a way to identify someone's social status based on ethnicity, social rank, age, marital status, wealth, fertility, manhood, religion, and death. Twisting, braiding, cotton or wool thread weaving, adding animal fat, or mud and clay were all techniques used to create these elaborate looks. Due to styling taking hours and sometimes days, much like today, women use this time of beautifying as a chance to socialize and form meaningful bonds with one another. In 1444, Europeans began to kidnap Africans of all social statuses and trade them on the west coast of Africa. Many wore elaborate hairstyles. Although the Europeans were first entranced with and admired the complexity of style, texture, and adornment of black hair, something had to be done to rid them of their identity to maintain control and dependency. Many slave owners shaved not only the men's hair but women's hair as well. This was considered an unspeakable crime to many tribes. In 1619, the first slaves were brought to Jamestown. After being on a ship for 3 months in unbearable conditions where hygiene, let alone hair care maintenance, couldn't be maintained, many of the enslaved Africans' hair was matted upon arrival. The enslaved Africans were no longer allowed to speak their native languages, do traditional dances, and maintain their hair in the styles that they chose. All of the African culture and grooming traditions began to disappear. Slave owners wanted to cut off the enslaved Africans' connection to their true self. They pushed their standard of beauty, fair skin, straight hair, and thin facial features. African dark skin, kinky hair, and wider facial features were deemed unattractive. Because of this, lighter skinned, straight hair slaves commanded higher prices at auction. The enslaved Africans were given no way to care for their hair. In the 1800s, without combs and the herbal treatments used in Africa, they were forced to use bacon grease, butter, kerosene, and sheep brushes to maintain their hair. In 1845, metal hot combs are invented by the French and available to the United States. Many people believe Madam C.J. Walker invented the hot comb, which is incorrect. She developed a range of hair care products for blacks and popularized the press and curl style. In 1865, slavery ended, but the emotional and psychological scars lived on and are still evident today. Quote-unquote good hair, or hair that is finer, curlier, and closer to that of Europeans, becomes a prerequisite for getting jobs, entering certain schools, churches, and social groups. In the 1920s, Marcus Garvey, a black nationalist, urged his followers to embrace their natural hair and reclaim their African aesthetic. He is quoted as saying, "You must remove the kinks from your mind, not your hair." In 1954, George E. Johnson launches a permanent hair straightener for men that can be applied at home. A women's chemical straightener quickly follows. In 1962, actress Cicely Tyson wears cornrows on the TV drama East Side, West Side. This was a big deal because braids weren't considered a finished look for an adult woman. Usually this style was only worn inside the home. Angela Davis became an icon of black power with her large afro. The afro became a symbol for black power and pride. Kinky hair and dark skin is embraced, and the phrase "black is beautiful" is coined. In 1968, Diahann Carroll is the first black woman to star in a television network series. She is said to be the black version of the all-American girl with straightened curled hair. In 1971, Melba Tolliver is fired from the ABC affiliate in New York for wearing her hair in an afro. This caused a great deal of controversy. In 1977, the Jerry curl exploded on the black hair scene. It was deemed a curly perm for blacks, and the style lasted through the 1980s. In the 1990s, Essence magazine declares sisters love the weave, but natural styles and locks are starting to become more accepted as well. In the 2000s, relaxers, braids, and natural styles are explored by African Americans. Around 2009, there is a surge in the number of women wearing their hair naturally. Many refer to this as the natural hair movement.
I've been natural now for 5 years. Natural for a little over 2 years.
I have been natural for almost 4 years.
Natural for almost 4 years now. And I do love it.
I've been getting a relaxer since I was about 6 years old.
I went natural because I was having some problems with hair growth around the middle part of my hair. It was damaged. It was like a lot, it was broken off a lot in the middle. So yeah, I decided to do the big chop, and it's been healthy and growing ever since.
I decided to go natural because growing up I was obsessed with my hair, and just even trimming my ends would just make me so like cry, and I don't know, I just didn't want people touching my hair or trimming my ends, but I also wanted my hair to be long and healthy, and it was with a perm, but it was just something very spontaneous, and I just decided to just cut it off one day.
Because when I was getting perms and stuff on my hair and relaxers, my hair wasn't doing too good. Like, it was breaking off and getting really short. So I was like, go natural, grow my hair back.
To go naturally is that my daughter wanted to go natural, and I told her if she did that I would go natural too. So we've both been natural almost 4 years now.
My most memorable moment of being natural is when I first started, and I noticed my hair wasn't long, and I was like, it's gonna take forever for it to grow, but then it finally started growing, and I was happy. No, I did not big chop. I'm so scared of big chop. I didn't think my hair would grow back, but you are living proof that it did. I didn't think mine would do that. I was scared. I didn't want my hair to be cold in the wintertime.
Not get relaxers until I was in high school. Up until then, I wore my natural hair. My mom decided that it was time for me to get a relaxer, which I didn't care for because I had the natural curly hair anyway, but she decided that it was too much for my grandma to take care of my hair the way it was, and so she came and got me one day. I thought she was just taking me to the beauty shop to get it washed, but she decided and told the lady to put a perm on my hair.
First time being relaxed, I remember it hurt a lot. It was painful, itched a lot. I wanted it out of my head as soon as possible, but after my mom combed through it and everything, I still had to let it sit for like another 15-20 minutes just for it to straighten it out. And then it hurt even washing out. And then you have to sit there and have it washed out. You're laying back in the sink with your head back, about to choke on water, had to have it washed 3 times, so it wasn't very pleasant. But as I got older, you have to learn how to deal with it, and that's what I was raised up doing. I still get relaxers still to this day.
First relaxer was just for me, for kids. It was that relaxer. It was actually good without it. I had some great hair, great texture and all of that. I used to get complimented on it all the time. And yeah, I guess just because it was easier to manage relaxed versus doing the hot comb, that my mom saw fit to use the relaxer.
For many of us, we have early childhood memories of getting our hair permed, or what is now commonly referred to as relaxed. We never really took the time out to think about what this chemical is really doing to our hair and scalp. Most of us have experienced burns, scabs, and extreme dandruff on our scalp as a result. All we knew was that it made our hair bone straight and a lot easier to handle. The straighter the better. Please keep in mind that a relaxer is a man-made chemical. It's engineered to serve one purpose, regardless of the repercussions and consequences associated with continued use. Many relaxers instruct to leave the chemical on your hair strands for about 20 minutes. So many of us don't notice the slow chemical burn the relaxer is causing to your cuticles every time it touches your hair. After a while of continued use, all we start to notice is weaker, thinner hair that doesn't seem to grow past a certain length, and extremely split and damaged ends. So I decided to extend the chemical burning process to show exactly what's happening to relaxed hair. I measured out and mixed a small portion of the relaxer cream and activator in a small plastic cup and placed one of my shedded hair strands in the chemical. Without tampering or touching the coated strand, I let it sit for 8 hours. I wasn't surprised to find that the chemical did what it's engineered to do and completely burned through my hair. The brown areas are the remaining specks of protein that my hair left behind. The relaxer chemical is still eating away and will eventually burn away the rest of the brown protein residue.
I like it being curly.
How do you feel about getting a perm?
Not happy.
You don't like getting a perm?
No. It just burns my hair and get in my eye.
Brown?
Her hair is brown.
Oh, in this day and time, they do have more products and everything for natural care since that's what everybody is doing now. But my personal view, I just don't think that I can do it. I'm so used to, I guess you can call it the creamy crack, whatever you want to call it, but I'm stuck on it and I don't think I'll ever go back to anything else.
Okay, and your daughters. You have one daughter that is relaxed and one daughter that is natural. So
Yes, I do.
as far as your daughter being relaxed, tell me about that.
When she was a little girl, she had natural hair. But as she got older, I say about 4, I decided to go on and start getting her relaxed because it started getting unmanageable to be able to take care of her hair and everything. She has very tight curls, naturally curly hair, and I couldn't manage it. So I decided when she was little to have her get the relaxers, and she's been getting them. She does get them every month or so, just every about 5-6 months at a time, and that's all she needs. She doesn't have to give it regularly all the time, just every couple of months, and she's fine.
And tell me about Leah.
My baby girl is natural. I thought it would be best to keep her natural because her hair texture is a little different from when my oldest was the same age. So her hair is a little bit more manageable, but I can't say what the future holds since she is a mixed child. It could change as she get older. So for right now, she is natural. But I do tend to have a hard time finding products for her specific hair type since it's like a cactus. So I tried everything in the book. It'll moisture for a little bit of time or keep it untangled for a little bit of time, but eventually before out the day, when I pick them up from school, it looks like a dry cactus. So that's my issues with dealing with natural care hair. It's more expensive. It's more time consuming. I have to take care of it a little bit different than my oldest. It's a lot into it. Money, time, energy, a lot.
Yeah, now let me see that natural hairdo. Let me see that. Whoa.
Conscious about going to, not necessarily to work, but to a job interview wearing my natural hair because I just didn't think everybody would be upset with it. But I've actually gotten lots and lots of compliments on my hair. A lot of people from wearing my hair in braids or sew-ins. A lot of people just thought I was bald because I wore braids and stuff a lot. And then the moment I take my hair down, it was like, oh, you do have hair, but it's short. And then the moment I stretch my hair and show that it's really just shrinkage, they're like, oh my gosh, like your hair really is long.
By the fact that I'm in culinary school, I'm pretty sure it'll be a problem eventually if I do get a job somewhere, well, in a restaurant or anywhere like that. It'll be maybe 1 or 2 people that have a problem with it. That may make me have to put on a hairnet instead of just my actual chef hat that I have to wear. I have to wear my hair pulled back in a low ponytail. So yeah, it fits over my hair, but who knows?
The state of my hair now is I've got tracks in my natural hair, which is more convenient right now because I'm a cook at a school and I wear hairnets, and it's more convenient for me to wear, tracks in my hair because the hairnet fits over it better.
Unlike, like maybe the entertainment field or the beauty and cosmetic industry that may support natural hair. But even within those industries, there are biases with natural hair. But we're talking about everyday women in corporate America, professional women. And it's a shame that we have to feel that fear, the fear from showing the hair that we're naturally born with.
Don't need a trip to the beauty shop, 'cause I love what I got on top. It's curly and it's brown and it's right up there. You know what I love, that's right. My hair, I really love my hair.